Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dakota's Political Circle. And I know it's been a couple of days, guys. I just haven't been able to figure out any videos to make lately, but I just figured to make this one. I'm making a video today about what would it look like if Trump, Kennedy, and Biden were on the ballot, and how much would this favor Trump? Would this favor Trump a lot? Would it favor Trump a little? I'm going to base it off of polls, but and also obviously some of these polls are Kennedy, West, and Stein. It's because some polls, especially state polls, do not include just Trump, Biden, and Kennedy. It includes the other parties. So it is going to be a tiny bit skewed, but I'm going to try to do the best I can. I'm also going to, at the end, after we review these polls, I'm going to go to the CNN map and put all these states all together based on their point percentage to see how much Trump could actually win by. But first, let's see this. So based on Trump, Kennedy, and Biden, if they all faced each other and it wasn't a five-way race, it would be Trump winning by five percentage points, a little bit over 5 percentage points, which would basically be a likely margin or a lean margin. Well, more of a higher lean margin, but I'd say a likely margin to be specific. And basically, Trump would win big and also win the popular vote in this scenario. And that also would be really awesome. Now let's go by each state. So with Arizona, Trump, and this also includes West and Stein. You got to remember that. West and Stein. Now remember, they only get like 1% each, but obviously they won't be on every single ballot. So this will be a tiny bit skewed, like a tiny bit, but it won't be that skewed because you can't just get every single poll with just Kennedy, Biden, and Kennedy, Biden, and Trump. So with Arizona, he also has a 6-point lead as well, which is crazy because it just shows how much Kennedy takes away from Biden in this scenario. Biden, a lot of people thought Kennedy would take a lot from Trump, but when you look at his campaign specifically, he definitely takes way more from Biden voters than Kennedy voters. I would show you the two-way race. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm just going to talk about specifically just with Kennedy, Trump, and Biden. Now let's go look at Nevada. So Nevada, it's also a 6-point lead for Trump as well, with Biden behind and Kennedy with 10%. Now, a lot of people think that Kennedy won't get 10%. I think Kennedy could come close, but I just don't see him getting that much. But we'll see in the end. But this is a poll, obviously, so it's not like you're going to see it where it's not going to be a poll. But basically, Trump. But that's why I'm making these videos, so you guys can see just how it could turn out if it was Trump, Biden, and Kennedy. But yeah, that's Nevada, 6-point lead for Trump there. For Wisconsin, it is actually a 2.7-point lead, which is actually really good for Trump because Wisconsin, on the other hand, isn't that big on Trump right now. I believe he only has a 1-point lead. I really don't want to look because it's obviously going to make the video longer, but he does have not as much of a lead instead of in this scenario. Kennedy definitely takes a lot away from Biden. I believe he takes away a little bit from Trump, but not that much. But this makes Trump win as well. And this isn't even like a tilt margin. This is more like a lean margin right here. With Michigan, Trump also leads 2.8 in the average. Obviously, the last poll says a tie, but that is an outlier, obviously. So you can't really count that. But by 2.8, that is also pretty good for Trump. 2.8 lead. Kennedy doesn't get as much of the vote with Michigan. But it does show that Michigan is supporting Trump more and more, even in a Kennedy scenario and Biden scenario. Now let's look at the next one. So Pennsylvania, this is a big one. So Pennsylvania is also would be for Trump with a 2-point margin, which is crazy because I believe Trump barely leads in Pennsylvania as of right now. So, and even in the last poll, like a 6-point lead would also be insane. But based on the average, a 2-point lead, which is a lean margin, so that is actually pretty good for Trump as well. So based on a lot of these scenarios, this would be great. Now for North Carolina, I believe. Actually, I'll look at the two-way race real quick for North Carolina. Yeah, okay. So yes, it would help Trump out a lot more. I actually want to look at Wisconsin real quick. For the two-way race, Wisconsin would be, barely for Trump, basically, just like how Pennsylvania is. But yeah, North Carolina would be a huge advantage for Trump if Kennedy is on the ballot. Even with a 5.5%, he still takes a big advantage from Biden. That's a big 2-point advantage, a little bit more than 2-point advantage for Trump right there, which really helps with Kennedy on the ballot. And then finally, Georgia. with Kennedy on the ballot, and I'm obviously not going to talk about West and Stein. It is a 7-point lead, which is crazy because Georgia just voted for Biden just in 2020. So this is a crazy point lead. And obviously, it's only a 6.7 for Kennedy in that state. So it just shows that Trump just is going to get a sizable margin just based on this because no one wants Biden in those types of states. So it is crazy. So Trump does win every single one of these states. So actually, based on polling. But let's add it into a scenario for the electoral map. So this is the electoral map for CNN. I don't want to base it off of like the past, like in 2020. So I'm just going to do it based off of projections, and then I'm going to also put every single one of these polls into this scenario to see how much Trump can win by. So first, let's go by Arizona. So Arizona is by a 6-point margin, and that is a likely margin. So with Arizona, I will put that in the likely. Oh, I have it on red on accident. There we go. Likely margin. Oh yeah, remember, with the CNN ones, you cannot put lean. So we're kind of, I can't exactly make it lean. So you're just gonna have to. I mean, I can't make it likely because look, it's solid and lean, but obviously you'll know what I mean when I say it. Either way, it still adds up to the same percentage. I'll just say what I'm doing. So I'm gonna say. So it looks safe, but I'm going to say this is likely and lean, I guess you could say. But it is a likely scenario. For Nevada, it is a 6-point margin. That is also a likely scenario. And that is already on that, but it says lean, but you know what I mean. For Wisconsin, it is a 2.7, and that is a lean scenario. So that one actually would be lean right there. And for Pennsylvania, I mean, not Pennsylvania, hold on a second. I already did Nevada. Wisconsin, Michigan 2.8. Yeah, that is a lean. They're already in lean on this map. Pennsylvania would be a lean. So Pennsylvania would also be lean. And then North Carolina with a 6.7 would be likely, which I can't put it on this map, but it is likely. You'll know what I mean, obviously. With Georgia, it is a likely as well. So with Georgia, that is likely. It obviously you know what I mean when I do this, but either way, it still comes to the same outcome. I don't think there's any more states left, just in case. This is just Nebraska's district. I'm just gonna say that, and I don't think there's any others. I can't do Maine for some reason. Actually, no, that's right there. Yeah. So basically, Trump would win 312 to 226 in this scenario. So based on polling, if it was Trump, Biden, and Kennedy, Trump would ultimately win this. Would ultimately win the race. Now he would win big, but I can't really show it on this map. Maybe I should have just made my own map, but I just wanted to show like based on projections and stuff like that. But obviously, I went through the video with you guys and showed you which ones would be likely, which ones would be lean. But the ultimate goal would be 312 in this scenario. The 312, based on this scenario, would be how many electoral votes Trump will get, and he would be probably basically guaranteed to get the popular vote by a big margin, because based on this, seeing right here, the popular vote would go in Trump's favor based on this. And obviously, if you want to see the Stein and them included, it would actually be it would be less for Trump. But remember, Stein and West aren't going to be on every single ballot, and it makes sense. Why not? But I had to include them because they aren't. I mean, there is no Trump versus Kennedy versus Biden polls for every single state or every single battleground state. So I wasn't able to do that, but I made it as close as possible. But Trump would win in a 312 to 226 scenario in this case scenario. But I did want to show you guys this video just for fun, make it for you guys to see how Biden, Kennedy, and Trump would stack up with each other, and in all the battleground polls, and if it would hurt Trump or help Trump, basically in that scenario. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll probably have another video out tomorrow. I have another one in mind. I don't think there's any other videos I can think of other than those. I'm going to be making soon. I could have made a couple of videos about Some other things I heard of on Twitter, I didn't want to because I didn't think they were that big of things to look at. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to make this video for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and also thank you guys for subscribing. I made the 100 subscriber video a couple days ago, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did watch it, I'm really happy I got 100 subscribers. It's honestly awesome. Sorry I wasn't looking at the camera. I realized I wasn't looking at the camera the entire time. I mean, I am used to just looking at the computer because I literally use the computer every time for these videos. But anyway, guys, if you guys like that video, thank you guys so much. And I'm happy. I'll keep doing these videos as much as possible. Sorry I couldn't get the Electoral College map to work the way I wanted it to. Next time I'll actually make my own map on the normal one, just so it just complements it. But I will just copy off of CNN or maybe based off of 2020 projections to make it more realistic. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.